Imagine for a moment that you are a magnet, drawing into your life the very miracles you desire. You are not waiting for something outside of you to change. You are the change. The power lies within you to create, to attract, and to transform every single circumstance. How you see yourself is the key to unlocking the world of miracles around you. You are not the sum of your past experiences. You are the sum of the thoughts you hold in your mind right now. Every thought, every feeling, every belief you carry forms the life you experience. When you act as though you are already the person who possesses everything you desire, the universe has no choice but to align itself with this new version of you. Think of yourself as magnetic. What you believe to be true about yourself is what you will attract. If you believe in miracles, if you believe that they are already on their way to you, you will draw them near. The world will bend to meet the frequency you emit. So, what are you sending out? Are you sending out thoughts of lack and limitation? Or are you sending out waves of possibility, joy, and boundless potential? Each moment, you have the choice to step into your power, to act as if you are already living the life you desire. The more you embody this feeling, the more the universe responds in kind. You are the creator of your reality, and the power is always with you, never outside. As you go about your day, hold the feeling of gratitude for the miracles that are already here. When you truly believe that everything you need is already on its way to you, you align with the very forces of creation. The key is to stop waiting for a miracle to happen, and instead act as if the miracle has already arrived. In that state of belief, you attract more of the same, more of the good, more of the abundance, more of the joy. Every breath you take, every thought you think, is an invitation for miracles to manifest in your life. You are not asking for them. You are welcoming them. They are already yours, and they are coming to you, drawn by the magnetic force of your belief and your unwavering faith in your own power. So, act as if you are a magnet and watch as the miracles unfold before your eyes. The universe does not question the truth of your thoughts. It simply responds to the energy you emit. Act as if and watch how quickly your world changes in ways you never thought possible. The power to create your reality rests solely in your hands, and it is through your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that you shape the life you experience. This is a profound realization, for it means that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active participant in its creation. You are the artist, the architect, and the engineer of your own world. How you choose to perceive yourself and your circumstances plays a pivotal role in the life you attract. In fact, everything you see around you, everything you experience begins with an idea, a belief, a thought. And this is where your true power resides. We often find ourselves caught in the illusion that our lives are determined by external forces, by people, events, circumstances, and even luck. We tend to think that our success or failure, happiness or sorrow, is in the hands of something or someone other than ourselves. But this is an illusion. The truth is, your reality is created from within you, not from outside. You are not a passive observer, waiting for life to happen to you. You are an active creator, and your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are the very building blocks of the world you live in. It is easy to think that the world around us is unchangeable, that we are subject to the whims of fate or circumstances. But this belief limits your potential. When you understand that your thoughts have the power to shape your life, you begin to realize that you can change your circumstances at any moment. The key lies in how you perceive yourself and the world around you. If you see yourself as powerless, as a victim of your circumstances, then you will attract more of the same. But if you see yourself as powerful, as a creator, and as someone who has the ability to shape their own destiny, then your life will reflect that power. The thoughts you think are the seeds of your reality. Every thought you have carries an energy, a vibration that radiates out into the universe and attracts similar energies back to you. This is not just a metaphysical concept, it is a law of the universe. You are constantly sending out signals into the world through your thoughts and emotions, and the universe responds to those signals by bringing you circumstances, people, and events that match the frequency of those thoughts and feelings. Consider the power of your imagination. Imagination is not just a fanciful tool for daydreaming. It is the blueprint for your life. When you imagine yourself living the life you desire, you are actually shaping the foundation of that life. Your imagination is the mental space where you can begin to visualize the reality you want to create. Every time you imagine yourself succeeding, thriving, and living your best life, you are sending out a powerful signal to the universe that says, "This is who I am, and this is what I am becoming." And just like a magnet, the universe responds by drawing people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with that vision. The beauty of this process is that it works whether you are consciously aware of it or not. The universe does not discriminate based on whether you are aware of the power of your thoughts. It simply responds to the energy you put out into the world. If you think thoughts of fear, doubt, and limitation, you will attract experiences that reflect those energies. If, on the other hand, you choose thoughts of love, abundance, and possibility, you will begin to see your life unfold in ways that reflect these higher vibrations. It is important to note that this is not about wishing or hoping for things to happen. This is about truly believing and feeling that what you desire is already yours. When you align your inner world with the reality you want to create, you will see that the universe begins to move in ways that make that reality possible. The more you embody this belief, the more you will see evidence of it in your life. Your beliefs shape your reality in ways that may seem subtle at first, but are incredibly powerful over time. If you believe that success is difficult to attain, you will find yourself struggling to achieve your goals. If you believe that love is hard to find, you will encounter relationships that reflect that belief. But if you believe that success is natural, that abundance is your birthright, and that love is always available to you, then those are the experiences you will attract into your life. Your beliefs act as a filter through which you perceive the world, and they shape the way you experience everything in it. This understanding of the power of belief is liberating. It means that you are not subject to the whims of fate or circumstance. You are the creator of your life, and you can choose what to believe at any moment. This is a shift from the victim mentality, where you feel like life is happening to you, to the creator mentality, where you understand that life is happening through you. The moment you take responsibility for your thoughts and beliefs, you take control of your life. This does not mean that challenges and obstacles will never arise. Life will always present opportunities for growth, but when you understand the power of your beliefs, you realize that you have the strength and the ability to navigate these challenges with grace. You no longer see challenges as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to learn, evolve, and refine your creative power. Every moment is an opportunity to reframe your thinking and shift your beliefs. If you find yourself thinking thoughts of lack, fear, or doubt, you can choose to shift your focus to thoughts of abundance, faith, and possibility. It may take practice, but with time this shift becomes easier and more natural. The more you practice this, the more you will see your reality begin to reflect the thoughts and beliefs you are choosing to cultivate. You are not just a passive participant in your life. You are the creator, the artist, and the architect. When you take responsibility for your thoughts and beliefs, you take responsibility for your reality. You stop blaming external circumstances and begin to realize that everything you need is already within you. The power to create your reality is not something that comes from outside of you. It is something that resides within. Every time you think a thought, you are sending out a signal to the universe. Every time you change your belief, you are reshaping your reality. You are the creator, and your thoughts are the building blocks of the life you are meant to live. The power of belief is perhaps one of the most profound and transformative forces in the universe. What you believe about yourself, about your life, and about the world around you shapes your reality in ways that are beyond measure. Your beliefs are magnetic. They act as a filter, influencing how you perceive and interact with the world, and ultimately, they attract experiences, people, and opportunities that align with the frequency of those beliefs. If you believe that miracles are possible, that you are deserving of good things, and that abundance is your birthright, you begin to emit a frequency that draws these very things into your life. The universe does not judge or question the validity of your beliefs. It simply responds to them by creating circumstances that mirror the energy you project. The first step in understanding the magnetic power of your beliefs is to recognize that everything around you, every situation, and every experience begins with a thought, which in turn is shaped by your beliefs. If you believe that life is difficult, that money is hard to come by, or that love is scarce, you will attract circumstances that affirm those beliefs. Your experiences will validate your thoughts, and the cycle continues. The world in many ways becomes a reflection of your internal state. And as long as you hold on to limiting or negative beliefs, the universe will respond by providing you with more of the same. However, the reverse is also true. If you begin to shift your beliefs, if you start to believe that life is abundant, that opportunities are limitless, and that miracles are not only possible but inevitable, the universe will begin to reflect that new belief system. This is not a mere act of wishful thinking. It is the law of attraction in action. The moment you begin to align your thoughts and beliefs with the idea that you are worthy of receiving what you desire, you begin to magnetize those things into your life. The key is not just to think positively, but to truly believe in the possibility of those positive outcomes. Belief is more than just a thought. It is a deep inner conviction, a knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you. Your beliefs are not just abstract ideas, they are deeply embedded in your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, and it governs much of what you do, how you feel, and how you respond to life. This is why shifting your beliefs is so important. When you change the beliefs that reside in your subconscious mind, you change the way you experience the world. For example, if you have a deep-seated belief that you are not worthy of love or success, you will unconsciously create patterns of behavior and situations that reinforce this belief. You may sabotage your own efforts, attract relationships that mirror these beliefs, or find yourself struggling in ways that seem beyond your control. On the other hand, if you believe that you are worthy of success, love, and happiness, you will begin to attract experiences that reflect these positive beliefs. Belief is a powerful force because it shapes not only your perceptions but also your actions. When you believe that you can achieve something, you naturally take actions that are in alignment with that belief. If you believe you are worthy of wealth, you will take steps to create abundance in your life. If you believe that you are deserving of love, you will show up in relationships as someone who is open to giving and receiving love. Belief in this way becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. What you believe you deserve is often exactly what you receive. If you believe that miracles are a natural part of your life, you will begin to experience them in ways that you may have never thought possible. But belief is not just about wishful thinking, it is about aligning your internal state with the external circumstances you desire. Your beliefs are magnetic because they send out a signal to the universe. Just as a magnet attracts metal, your beliefs attract experiences that match your internal vibration. If your beliefs are rooted in fear, doubt, and limitation, you will attract more of those same energies. But if your beliefs are rooted in love, abundance, and possibility, you will draw experiences that reflect those higher vibrations. The universe does not differentiate between positive and negative beliefs. It simply responds to the energy you emit. This is why it is so crucial to become aware of your beliefs. Your beliefs are like the compass that guides your life. If your compass is pointing in the direction of scarcity, lack, or limitation, you will find yourself heading down a path that reflects those beliefs. However, if you can recalibrate your beliefs to focus on abundance, possibility, and miracles, you will begin to see your life take a completely different direction. The beauty of this process is that it is not about waiting for the world to change. It is about changing your internal world first. When you shift your beliefs, you shift the entire trajectory of your life. It is also important to recognize that belief is not something that can be forced or faked. Belief comes from within, and it must be rooted in a deep sense of inner knowing. It is not enough to say you believe something on the surface level. You must truly feel it in your heart. This is why the process of shifting your beliefs can take time. It requires you to dig deep within yourself, to challenge the limiting beliefs that have been ingrained in your subconscious, and to replace them with beliefs that are more in alignment with your true potential. But once you begin to make this shift, you will notice profound changes in your life. The experiences, people, and opportunities you attract will begin to reflect the new beliefs you are cultivating. The power of belief is a reminder that you are not a passive participant in life. You are a co-creator. You have the ability to shape your reality with your thoughts and beliefs, and you have the power to change your life at any moment by changing what you believe. Belief is magnetic because it is the force that draws things into your life. It is the invisible thread that connects your inner world with the outer world. And when you believe in miracles, abundance, and possibility, you will begin to see them unfold before your eyes. The universe is always listening to the signal you send out. And when you send out a signal of positive, powerful, and limitless belief, you attract experiences that reflect this new vibration. When you begin to act as if what you desire is already here, you are stepping into a powerful state of creation. The concept of acting as if is not about pretending or faking something, but about aligning your inner reality with the external world you wish to manifest. It is about embodying the feelings, thoughts, and behaviors of the person you wish to become, as though you have already achieved your goals, lived your dreams, and fulfilled your desire. This subtle shift in mindset can be one of the most transformative ways to change your life, because it bridges the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. When you act as if, you are not waiting for your circumstances to change first in order to feel the way you want to feel. You do not sit back and wait for the perfect moment to arrive, because the truth is that there will never be a perfect moment. If you wait for the external world to align perfectly with your desires, you will be waiting forever. Instead, you create the conditions for your desires to manifest by embodying the feelings and actions of someone who is already experiencing what they want. This is where the magic happens. The universe responds to your vibration, not your actions alone. When you align your inner state with the reality you want to experience, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive it. You may not have the material evidence yet, but you are already embodying the energy and frequency of the person who has what you desire. By acting as if, you are essentially telling the universe that you are no longer waiting for permission or for something outside of you to change. You are taking the lead in your own life and choosing to be the person who lives the life you want. The power of acting as if lies in the belief that you are worthy and capable of achieving your desires, and that your desires are already yours. It is a statement to the universe that you are stepping into your own greatness, that you are no longer playing small or settling for less than what you deserve. The act of acting as if sends a message to your subconscious mind that you are already living the reality you wish to create. This changes the way you think, feel, and behave. Your confidence grows, your actions become more aligned with your goals, and you begin to see new opportunities and possibilities that were previously hidden from view. Now, for instance, if you desire to be financially abundant but find yourself in a state of financial struggle, acting as if involves stepping into the mindset and behaviors of someone who is already abundant. This might mean treating yourself to little luxuries, investing in your personal growth, or making decisions based on the belief that money flows to you easily. It is not about being reckless or irresponsible with money, but rather about shifting your attitude towards abundance. You begin to view money as a tool that serves you, rather than something that is scarce or hard to come by. As you begin to act from a place of abundance, you will notice that the opportunities for wealth and prosperity begin to show up in your life in ways that you might not have expected. If you want to attract loving, supportive relationships, you must first act as if you already have those kinds of relationships in your life. This could mean treating yourself with the same love, kindness, and respect that you want from others. It might involve setting boundaries, showing up as your authentic self, and believing that you are deserving of love and connection. By embodying the energy of love and self-worth, you begin to attract relationships that reflect that same energy. As you act as if you are already surrounded by love, you create the space for that love to manifest in your reality. When you act as if, you are not just changing your thoughts, but you are also changing your energy. The universe responds to energy, not just thoughts or actions. If you act from a place of lack, fear, or doubt, you will attract more of the same into your life. But when you act as if you are already the person who has what you want, you are sending out a vibration that attracts more of what you desire. Your energy becomes magnetic, and the universe responds accordingly. This concept also involves a level of trust and faith. Acting as if requires you to trust that what you desire is already on its way to you, even when you do not see any tangible evidence of it yet. It is an act of faith in your own power, in the process of creation, and in the laws of the universe. When you trust that your desires are already on their way, you begin to live in alignment with that truth. You stop doubting, second-guessing, or trying to control the process, and instead you allow the universe to work on your behalf. One of the most powerful aspects of acting as if is that it helps to dissolve the feeling of separation between where you are and where you want to be. Often we feel as though there is a gap between the present moment and our desired future. This gap can create feelings of impatience, frustration, or hopelessness. But when you begin to act as if, you close that gap. You begin to feel as though you are already living the life you desire. And that feeling of alignment brings the future into the present. The more you embody the feelings of already having what you want, the more the universe aligns with those feelings and manifests the physical reality that matches them. Another important aspect of acting as if is that it encourages you to take inspired action. Acting as if does not mean sitting back and waiting for everything to magically appear without effort. It means taking actions that are aligned with your goals, even if those actions feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar. As you act as if you are already the person who has achieved your desires, you will naturally begin to make decisions and take steps that are in line with that version of yourself. These actions may seem small at first, but they build momentum, and with time they will lead you closer and closer to the reality you wish to create. The beauty of acting as if is that it shifts your perspective from one of lack and limitation to one of possibility and abundance. When you act as if, you stop focusing on what is missing and start focusing on what you already have and the possibilities that lie ahead. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful because it opens up new avenues for growth, success, and happiness that were previously blocked by doubt and fear. By acting as if, you create the conditions for miracles to occur in your life because you are stepping into a state of flow, alignment, and trust. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you desire, you open yourself up to a world of infinite possibilities. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It is an energy that amplifies and expands everything it touches, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. When you cultivate a state of gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. And this shift in perspective opens the door to even more abundance. Gratitude is not just an emotional response to receiving, it is a powerful tool that aligns your vibration with the frequency of miracles, bringing more of what you appreciate into your life. The more you practice gratitude, the more you will attract the very things you are thankful for. At its core, gratitude is an acknowledgement of the present moment and the abundance that already exists in your life. It is easy to get caught up in what is missing or what you feel you lack, especially when life feels challenging or when your goals seem far out of reach. But when you take a moment to pause and reflect on all that you have, you immediately begin to shift your energy. Gratitude is the antidote to scarcity. It redirects your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, and in doing so, it activates the law of attraction in your favor. The more you focus on the abundance that already exists, the more you open yourself up to receive even more of it. Gratitude is magnetic because it connects you to the present moment. It anchors you in the here and now rather than keeping you trapped in the past or anxious about the future. When you're grateful for the present moment, you acknowledge that there is already enough in your life right now to be thankful for. This not only makes you feel good in the moment, but it also raises your vibration, aligning you with a frequency that is in harmony with abundance and miracles. The universe responds to the energy you send out, and gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can emit. One of the most transformative aspects of gratitude is that it fosters a sense of appreciation for the small things. Often we get so caught up in striving for bigger goals and achievements that we overlook the simple pleasures and blessings right in front of us. But when you practice gratitude regularly, you begin to see the beauty in the everyday moments. Whether it's a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a beautiful sunset, or the laughter of loved ones. By focusing on these small moments of joy, you begin to see how much abundance already exists in your life. This acknowledgement amplifies your sense of gratitude and attracts more positive experiences to you. As you become more attuned to the energy of gratitude, you begin to see how it transforms your perspective on challenges. Life is not without its difficulties, but when you approach challenges with a grateful heart, you open the door to growth and resilience. Instead of focusing on the struggle or the hardship, you begin to recognize the lessons and opportunities that arise from them. Gratitude allows you to shift your mindset from one of victimhood to one of empowerment. It reminds you that even in difficult moments, there is always something to be thankful for. Whether it's the lesson you are learning, the strength you are gaining, or the support you receive from others. This shift in perspective turns challenges into opportunities for growth and in doing so, it propels you closer to the miracles you are seeking. Gratitude also strengthens your connection to others. When you express gratitude to the people in your life, whether it's for their support, their kindness, or simply their presence, you deepen your relationships and create a cycle of positive energy. Gratitude is contagious. When you express appreciation, it encourages others to do the same. And this creates a ripple effect of love and kindness that can transform not only your life, but the lives of those around you. The more you focus on the positive qualities in others and acknowledge them with gratitude, the more you attract supportive, loving, and uplifting relationships into your life. The act of giving thanks is a powerful way to elevate your vibration, but gratitude is not limited to just saying thank you or keeping a gratitude journal. It is about embodying a state of gratitude in every area of your life. This means making an intentional effort to approach each day with a mindset of appreciation. It could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths and silently acknowledging the blessings in your life as you go about your daily routine. The more you practice gratitude in your thoughts and actions, the more naturally it will flow into your life, and the more miracles you will begin to attract. Gratitude also has the power to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you focus on what you don't have, you reinforce the belief that there is not enough, whether it's money, time, love, or success. This mindset of lack keeps you stuck in a cycle of frustration and dissatisfaction. But when you focus on what you already have and express gratitude for it, you shift your mindset to one of abundance. Gratitude reminds you that there is always more than enough in the universe, and it aligns you with the frequency of receiving. The more you acknowledge and appreciate the abundance in your life, the more you will draw in even more. This cycle of gratitude and abundance is self-perpetuating. Each moment of appreciation attracts more moments of appreciation, and the more you appreciate, the more you attract. As you deepen your practice of gratitude, you will also begin to notice the profound effect it has on your overall well-being. Gratitude has been shown to improve mental and emotional health, increase happiness, reduce stress, and improve relationships. When you cultivate gratitude, you are creating a positive feedback loop that enhances every aspect of your life. You become more resilient, more open to love and connection, and more aligned with the flow of abundance. Gratitude changes the way you see the world, and in doing so, it transforms your experiences. It empowers you to see the good in every situation, to find silver linings in adversity, and to approach life with a sense of wonder and appreciation. The more you practice gratitude, the more miracles you will begin to notice in your life. Miracles are not always grand or dramatic. Sometimes they come in the form of small, everyday blessings that we often overlook. But as you cultivate a mindset of gratitude, you begin to see these blessings everywhere. The small miracles, the moments of synchronicity, the unexpected joys, they all begin to show up with increasing frequency. Gratitude has the power to open your eyes to the beauty and magic that surrounds you at all times. The more you focus on what you have, the more you invite the universe to shower you with even more. Gratitude is not a passive practice. It is an active, intentional force that shapes your reality. It aligns you with the energy of abundance, and as you continue to express appreciation for the blessings in your life, you invite more blessings to flow to you. It is a reminder that miracles are not something that happen to you, but something that you actively create through your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to a life full of miracles, abundance, and joy. The more you give thanks, the more you align yourself with the miracles you seek, and the more the universe responds with the very things you are grateful for.